Welcome, everybody. We have reached Thursday, May 16th, and the year 2024. All right. Look at this. Oh, I just noticed. Did they give us a video here with the AP? Barge hits bridge connecting Galveston and Pelican Island, causing a partial collapse and an oil spill. All right. And let me go over here and show you something. What is a barge? A flat bottomed boat for carrying freight, typically on canals and rivers, either under its own power or towed by another. And we had the Baltimore Bridge incident, right? Oh, look at this. No coincidence. Trending once again. Trending once again. No coincidence. Ship that struck Baltimore Bridge lost power twice before the crash. Preliminary report finds. So that's all trending. The Francis Scott Key Bridge, and we're going to touch on that a little bit. So that is not a coincidence, y'all. And what's up with this? Is this the same video I have? Let's play this. We got to get ad. So we'll just go ahead and look at it while we're right here. Skip ad. Here it is. And we get no volume on that, but they want to get you the footage. Okay, so that doesn't appear to be AI this time. Like the Baltimore Bridge with the ship hitting. Let's see. No, that appears to be real right there. From what I see. I mean, you never know. But so Galveston, Texas, right there. All of the symbolism. Remember Biden kept falling? And he fell off a bike. It's like a fall of one era, the ending of an era and the start of a new one, you know? Get rid of Diddy, insert Gucci Mane, right? With the diss track. And I mean, what happened to Hot Boy Wes? 1017, he landed in prison. And look at the name, Hot Boy. Right? Look at the name Hot Boy, and Gucci he had the iced out chain that said Ice Daddy. Come on, man. Okay, so just some visuals, and we'll hit on the news clipping as well. You know, that appears, I don't know if that's AI. I'm going to say that's AI. Look at the shoreline with the water hitting. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying, they tell us about AI. I don't trust that. Maybe it's real. I'm just saying. I'm not the one who put the whole AI thing out there, am I? I mean, I'm going to show you connections regardless.
Since 1848, the Associated Press has been the most trusted.
What's this? Oh, I don't even know where we ended up here. Let me go back to where I was. Okay, I can't exit out of that tab. Wow, it just went wild on the story. So it takes us completely out of our story here. That's okay. I'll just click on it again. All right, so we're back on. That's where we want to be right there. Okay, so let's go back to our decode and our Google Slides right here. Okay, so let's play. Is this the one I want to? Let's play this one.
And right off the top here at 4 o'clock, I want to begin with some breaking news coming out of Galveston. This is where crews, as you can see, they are cleaning up an oil spill in the bay after a barge slammed into the Pelican Island bridge.
Wow, let me look at that again. That's the fakest crap I've ever seen. Hello, y'all. So look at that barge right there. That's fake. Look how it's just on the water like that. How it's just inserted into the picture. I don't want to start cussing. It's like 7 a.m. in Arizona right now. Okay? That is the fakest crap I have ever seen right there.
To the Pelican Island bridge.
Did they buy it? And we told them about AI. And they bought it. Hee hee hee.
Island
No,
bridge closing off
that
traffic
looks real right there. But I still don't trust that.
to the island.
Pelican Island is located north of Galveston Island, and just take a look at the damage. You can see what appears to be a large section of railroad tracks collapsed into the water, and there's extensive damage to the barge, too. Officials say the collision happened at about 10 this morning, causing the spill. Multiple agencies responded to the accident. No injuries were reported, and the Coast Guard is working to contain the spill
fake.
right now.
I think those people are fake. I'm just not playing, man. I'm not playing with this technology today.
The Pelican Island Bridge is going to remain closed until it's safe to use.
Okay, so I don't come on here just to do that, right? And to show you some other interesting connections, right? And we already hit on the Francis Scott Key Bridge, Baltimore, and that shit's trending again. And here I go. So, 50 days after a cargo ship crashed into a support column of the Francis Key Bridge, right? Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. That was March 26, killing 6 construction workers. 50 days since then. So from that day of that bridge collapse to this partial collapse and oil spill, in between the two dates, 49 days. Because, 50 days after, in between the two dates, 49 days. Right? Galveston, Texas equals 49. Oil spill equals 49. Okay? Pelican Island is only a few miles wide and is home to Texas A&M University at Galveston, a large shipyard and industrial facilities. Fewer than 200 people were on the campus when the collision happened, and all were eventually allowed to drive on the bridge to leave. The Marine and Maritime Research Institute said it plans to remain closed until at least Friday. Students who live on campus were allowed to remain there, but university officials warned those who live on campus and leave should be prepared to remain off campus for an unknown period of time. I wish they would do that like with my work. For real. Like I'm good. you know, can we close today? Can we not work today? Can we not work all the time? I'm telling you, I'm still recovering from last night. Our bodies aren't meant to do this. All right, we're caught up. I'm caught up over here. And again, the accident came weeks after a cargo ship crashed into a support column, Francis Key Scott. So yeah, 49 days in between the two dates. Galveston, Texas, 49. That's the reduction cipher. Letters are the same as numbers. Okay, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Runs the world. Galveston, Texas, 49. Oil spill, 49. Okay, and look at that AI masterpiece right there. Can the bridge be any more perfectly going into the water? Look at that. How fake is this? What did they do? Did it sympathy with any victims, if there are any? But come on, man. Do we have real photos if it was a real incident, and then we get fake photos like this one just blended in? What's the point of that? Okay. Oil equals 36 and 45, just like bridge, causing partial collapse and oil spill. Okay. And you get 36 in two ciphers, both the reduction ciphers with bridge. Bridge has 45 like oil has 45. And you see the language forwards and in reverse utilized there. Ordinal is just the original. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. The reduction, you just reduce at the 10th letter. Either way. Okay? Add the 2 digits and reduce. And then just add it up. Really easy. And speaking of that reduction cipher, island equals 23 like spill. Okay? Barge hits bridge connecting Galveston and Pelican Island, causing partial collapse and oil spill. And there was a lot of stuff, a lot of talk about islands last year, even going into this year, but a lot last year, right? Jimmy Buffett died, all connected with the islands. What about Diddy, the last album? Was it the Love album, Off the Grid? Think about Epstein Island. Okay? You see all of that. I'm not popular. It's a spam message, by the way. Okay? And so notice the 23, island and spill. I want you to notice it. And look at this character. The impact sent pieces of the bridge which connects Galveston to Pelican Island tumbling on top of the barge and shut down a stretch of waterway so crews could clean up the spill. The accident knocked one man off the vessel and into the water, but he was quickly recovered and was not injured. Okay. They didn't get no footage of the guy getting recovered out of the water? No pictures? He had to remain secret. That was like such a private moment that he fell into the water. We can't get no footage on it or no pics. I mean, it would have, it would have added to your story a little bit. I mean, really? You knew about it. Nobody whipped out a phone, huh? All right, I see. Ports along the Texas coast are hubs of international trade. We can't even get through the slides. What did they symbolize with the puppet Diddy? Sex trafficking? They said with the bridge collapse in Baltimore it affected what? The trafficking of goods? The island is on the opposite side of Galveston Island's beaches that draw millions of tourists. What kind of tourists? What kind of tourists are we talking about? What are we talking about, Trump? Are we talking about those puppets? Those tourists? What? He's synced up with Epstein Island too, isn't he? And let's go back over to that 200. Fewer than 200 people were on the campus. Trump's birthday leaves 200 days in the year. T's the 20th letter. Okay? And his birthday, 146, is in the numbers. I just don't got it in the slides. Let me go see what that is now. We just get wild over here. Gulf Intracoastal Waterway equals 146. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. That's Trump's birthday. All right, let's go back over here. Whew. Okay, so we're over here. All right, so we're here. All right. And I want you to notice that 23 still right there. Okay? And let me go back to the article actually real quick. Let me go over here. Do we have the right article? All right. Let me see. I was going to show you where it said Gulf International Coastway. Is that what it said? We're good on that though. Okay. We're good on that. Okay, let's go back over here. But I still notice that 23. All right, notice the 23 and this guy. Galveston County Sheriff's Office, Major Ray Nolan. Is that what it is? Okay, that's, yeah, Galveston County Sheriff's Office. Was it supposed to say officer? I don't know. But is it Major, M-A-J, Ray Nolan, N-O-L-E-N, right there. Okay. And it's a tugboat. The tugboat in Texas was pushing bunker barges, which are fuel barges for ships. Okay. Flores said the barge, which is owned by Martin Petroleum. At first, I thought it was a name of a guy. I'm like, really? His last name's Petroleum? It's a company. Has a 30,000 gallon capacity, but it's not clear how much leaked into the bay, said Galveston County spokesperson Spencer Lewis. He said, that's interesting because you got Ray Lewis, who played for the Baltimore Ravens, and you had the Baltimore Bridge collapse. He said about 6.5 miles of the waterway were shut down because of the spill. Look at how tugboat, it says tugboat right there. Look at how tugboat, look, tugboat equals 23 like island and spill. Icing on the cake, island has the 103 like tugboat. Okay? But tugboat's got the 40 in reverse reduction, just like Ray Nolan, and island also has that 40. That's just reverse reduction. Reduce it at the 10th letter with the alphabet in reverse. Simple. Look at Ray Nolan and oil spill. There's a lot of numbers. I mean, what are the odds? 104, 41, and 112. Ray Nolan and oil spill. 40 like island. 40 like tugboat. Partial collapse and oil spills got the 112 like Ray Nolan and oil spill. What? Causing partial collapse and oil spill. Okay, and this happened on May 15th, yesterday, the day leaving 230 days in the year. Like 23. Tugboat, spill, and island all in that the reduction cipher. Okay? 230, like 23, 0 has no value. You can just get rid of it when you're doing this, okay? Oh, and a pillar. And they mentioned column with Baltimore and the bridge. I'm thinking Freemasonry as well. May 15th, Masonic equals 115. Texas equals 15, y'all. Texas equals 15. This happens on the 15th. So we're on the 16th today, Thursday. Look at Texas with the 15 right there. And look at that 30. That might be coming up. We just hit on that 30, right? And look, 230, you get a 30 in there. I may be spilling a little bit of the beans here. I am. I'm spilling a little bit of the beans. What kind of saying is that? We need to think about the words that we're programmed to say. But yeah, there's a 30. Where'd it go? Right there, 30,000 gallon capacity. Martin Petroleum. You see that? Yeah. With Texas equaling 30. For real. And the 15, this happens on the 15th. Galveston, 128 and 47, like Major Ray Nolan. And that's abbreviated MAJ. I'm assuming it's Major. Galveston County Sheriff's Office. Okay. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But those numbers ain't lying right there. And there's a lot of Trump stuff going on. Because you had the 200. Look at his birthday this year. Leaves 200 days. T's the 20th letter. You get 47 right here, like Trump, and we had the 146 earlier. I just couldn't find the exact words in the article, and I don't need to scan for it. But Trump's birthday is 146, 14/6, and all of these bridge collapses, weather related incidents, they're always connected to the politicians, and we have a selection year as well. And there's that 146 Gulf Intracoastal Waterway. Let me just look that up. Gulf Intercoastal Waterway. Oh, okay. Waterway in Louisiana is what it says. Look how it's 88 degrees, like Trump equals 88. But they mentioned this in our article. Let me put Galveston. Not a big deal, but right there. There it is right there. Yeah, just to verify that. Yeah, equals 146 like Trump's birthday. And it's over here. I'll look again. I don't know. I saw it right here somewhere. But yeah, we're good. We're good on that. The accident happened shortly before 10 a.m. after a tugboat operator pushing two barges lost control of them, said David Flores, a bridge superintendent with the Galveston County Navigation District. The current was very bad and the tide was high, Flores said. He lost it. Okay. But yeah, look at that 128 and that 47. Okay. And there's going to be more with these names as well, right? There's always more. You know what? It just said Louisiana with the Gulf Intercoastal Waterway. Is that how they put it? And it said Louisiana. Isn't it the New Orleans Pelicans, the basketball team? And you get Pelican Island here, and it's Texas, not Louisiana. And we get New Orleans and Louisiana synced up once again in a decode. This is all synced up with the Louisiana Purchase somehow and Hurricane Katrina. Okay? Because it's just been hitting. You get Pelican Island like New Orleans Pelicans. Right? New Orleans Pelicans. Wow. Wow. Okay. They didn't make the playoffs. That's wow. That's amazing. And that was like on the fly a little bit too. It pulls up Louisiana. Right there. Okay. I see that. All right. It's nice when we go on the fly like that. I think it just adds to our slides we already have. So Texas A&M University equals 245 like partial collapse, okay? Pelican Island is only a few miles wide and is home to Texas A&M University. That's not a coincidence, and it says partial collapse in the title. Like, okay, if we want to talk about let's go another route. And what's up with these numbers? Why is the world operated like this? Why do we get these connections that are very obvious and undeniable? I mean, not some more than others, but how come we weren't taught this at an early age if it's not a big deal? Right? Look at the address, Texas A&M University at Galveston, an ocean-oriented branch campus of Texas A&M University offering both undergraduate and graduate degrees. Look at the address, 200 Seawolf Parkway. I mean, I just did a T-Wolves decode. It was like the last decode. Oh my God. You get Wolf again. Young Thug shows up in court with the wolf on the shirt. Wolves in sheep's clothing. The truth is being revealed. Not 100%. They're still hitting us with the double speak. But look at the address, 200 Seawolf Parkway. And fewer than 200 people were on campus when the collision happened. And I said Donald Trump's birthday leaves 200 days in the year. June 14th and the 146 just hit. Remember his birthday? Look how Martin Petroleum checks in with the 200 in ordinal right there. Okay? Also, Martin Petroleum equals 74 like Texas A&M University. The little and symbol has no value. That's why it's not there. And again, Trump equals 47. His birthday leaves 200 days. And I'm sure there's going to be a Texas connection. He's not going in the thumbnail. But what are the odds of that? 200 in the address. In the story, they say fewer than 200 people on campus. Martin Petroleum, 200 ABC 123. That's it. The barge, which is owned by Martin Petroleum and 30,000 gallon capacity oil, right? Yeah. And Texas equals 30, like 30,000. Not clear how much leaked into the bay. Okay, barge equals 30 like Texas. So I did have that. I did have that coming up. Barge equals 30 as well. To go along with Texas, 30,000 gallon capacity on what? The vehicle? Or no, the barge. And we went over that earlier, right? We could do it again. Definition of barge. Flat
Here's the definition of barge.
freight.
A flat-bottomed boat for carrying freight, typically on canals and rivers,
What kind of
either
freight
under
are we
its own
talking
power or
about?
towed by another.
What kind of freight are we talking about? What is freight? What could freight mean?
According to Wikipedia, freight transport, also referred as freight forwarding, is the physical process of transporting commodities and merchandise goods and cargo.
What kind of merchandise, goods, and cargo are we talking about? Because at the Baltimore Bridge collapse, wasn't that like around the same time Diddy's mansions got raided? That was March 26th. The collapse, Baltimore Bridge, the ship hit it. What day did Diddy's mansions get raided?
According to
One day
NewsNation,
before.
Department of Homeland Security agents conducted the raids March 25th at Combs' multi-million-dollar mansion in Los Angeles and his Miami waterfront
Yeah, and
home.
you're talking ports, and you're talking it affected trafficking. And it was sex trafficking, wasn't it? Did Diddy get accused of sex trafficking? Yeah,
According
know
to People,
it.
under federal law, sex trafficking carries very significant penalties, Rahmani says, noting that the maximum sentence is life in prison. The lawsuit that first accused Diddy of sex trafficking was filed by his ex, the singer Cassandra Ventura, better known as Cassie.
Did he ever get charged, by the way? Just like the OJ thing, right? Guilty, even though acquitted. It's just, every story you hear about the guy, it's like they just want to talk about him like he did it. Look, go with the story. If he didn't do it, he didn't do it. Right? What does this say? Barge strikes Pelican Island causeway pillar, spilling oil and closing only road to island. What are they trying to do here, man? I'm trying not to cuss. The affected area is miles away. There it is right there. The Gulf Intracoastal Waterway. There you go. And that was amazing with that connection, which sees frequent barge traffic. Where's the K? And the Houston Channel, a large shipping channel for ocean-going vessels. Aside from the environmental impact of the spill, the region is unlikely to see large economic disruption as a result of the accident, said Marsha Burns, a maritime transportation expert at the University of Houston. You know, Houston's got the 112. Houston equals 112. And when I go over here, Ray Nolan equals 112, synced up with the sheriff's office, right? Oil spill equals 112. Okay? And you can look at 112 in reverse and it's 211 and the 47th prime number, and 47 equals Trump. Right? And the Super Bowl was on 11/2 or 2/11, however you want to say it. Because Pelican Island is a smaller location, which is not in the heart of commercial events, then the impact is not as devastating, Burns said. It's a relatively smaller impact. And Texas has the second highest reported number of human trafficking cases in the country, okay? Researchers at the University of Texas School of Social Work estimate that at any given time, 313,000 people are being trafficked into Texas. And you get the letter T and T, right? That includes 79,000 children and youth who are victims of sex trafficking and 234,000 adults who are victims of labor trafficking, right? Sympathy. Look how Pelican Island equals 79. And it says 79,000 minors and youth are victims of sex trafficking in Texas. I'll just say that that's OJ's birthday as well, 7/9. I'll just say that. Not, I just have to mention it. But look at this, makes me think of the Exxon Valdez oil spill. That's from my childhood. I'll never forget. Okay? Look at it was the 24th day of the third month, and you just get the mix up. Approximately 234,000 workers are victims of labor trafficking. Texas? So you get 243, 234, you get the 79, 79. And I didn't try real hard to do that. I just put what landed. Texas equals 66 in reverse with the alphabet. Okay? Minor and youth sex trafficking costs the state of Texas approximately $6.6 billion. And you see Martin Dependable as Sunrise. You get Sun again. Think about OJ Simp Son. Nicole Brown Simp Son. Orange Juice. Ron Gold Man. Nicole Kidman trending. You know, she won some award. It was like a couple weeks back. But anyways. God. And the bigger point is the traffic, right? And you know what? Joe Biden's full name equals 243. I'm just saying. And there's more numbers that connect him to this. And I won't go deep on that. Because, they're number connections. They're number connections that are valid, especially when we're connecting like we are. But I don't want to just throw random numbers with the trafficking thing around. I don't. But I'll show you the connections here. Okay? And look at this. I remember in Prince William Sound. This is it. What happened on March 24th, 89? Remember, Taylor Swift was born in 89. And that's amazing as well because Swift is a bird. And that's amazing. And in 89, Dead Poet Society released, connected to her new album, Tortured Poets Department. Okay, and Robin Like a Bird Williams was in that movie. R.I.P. Ethan Hawke was in that movie, Hawk Like a Bird. Look, Harlequins were killed by the initial oiling event here, 1989. Okay, look at that. And let's see, 11 plus 24. Okay, so 40, about 44, 45 years later. It was estimated that 1,000 Harlequins were killed. Okay, from these recovered birds, it was an estimate 1,000 of them killed by the oiling, which represented about 7% of the wintering population. And look, a small duck of fast flowing streams around the Arctic and North Pacific, the male having mainly gray blue plumage. And this was in Alaska with bold white markings. Exxon Valdez ran aground in Prince William Sound. Francis Scott Key. Okay, I'm checking something. Francis Scott Key, Prince William Sound. Okay. Spilling 11 million gallons of oil, the ecologically sensitive location season of the year and large scale of the spill resulted in one of the largest environmental disasters in U.S. history. And that's why I thought of it right away. And the duck. And swift as a bird. We hit on that, right? And we hit on that. Pelican Island. Okay, look at the pelican. Look at the pelican. Is a pelican a bird? A pelican is a large water bird. Look at that. You get another bird, you get pelican, you get that duck connection, you get the trash truck outside, right? You get the garbage man, and you see how that all lands. And Drake is a male duck. Heavily trending. Okay? And who's he beefing with? Kendrick Lamar? Lamar. His last name is Duckworth. Okay? And some of the, I mean, for real. And who did Swift beat in the Super Bowl with the Chiefs? Brock Purdy out of Arizona, the home of the Cardinals. And Purdy is the noise the bird the cardinal makes. Did they have AI back then? Okay, opened in 1960, the Pelican Island Causeway Bridge was rated as poor. So now they're trying to justify. According to the Federal Highway Administration's 20, and Donald equals 23 as well. And it says, according to the Federal Highway Administration's 2023 National Bridge Inventory release last June. And Trump's birthday is in June. And Donald Trump equals 60. The overall rating of a bridge is based on whether the condition of any of its individual components, the deck, the superstructure, substructure, or culvert, if present, is rated poor or below. So I have to head to the calculator now after that. Who's running for president? Donald's got the 112. We hit on that. Look, Donald has the 50. 50 days after the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. And politics and BS equal 50, huh? Ooh. So the 49 landed. And here's the Donald Trump with the 60. There's Donald Trump with the 60 right there. Wow. Okay. I was going to enter something else, but wow. Yeah, and again, Opened in 60. Donald Trump equals 60. Martin Petroleum. Look, it says 60 dependable as 60 years dependable as sunrise. In Texas, 66. $6.6 billion for minor and youth sex trafficking costs. The state of Texas. Approximately. All of that. And they want to let you know again, the affected area is miles away from the Gulf International Intercoastal Waterway, which sees frequent barge traffic. The bridge had an average daily traffic figure of about 9,000. So they get you the truth, y'all. You just got to pick up on it, okay? About 9,100 cars and trucks, according to a 2011 estimate. 20 plus 11 is 31. Donald equals 31. The agency said it has spent over $12 million performing maintenance and repairs on the bridge in the past decade. Wow, waste of money. But it gets hit by... So it's a big waste of money. It gets hit, supposedly. And you get the 12 million like 112. You could even look at that 2011 backwards, and it's like 112, like 12. My name's Matthew. Hello.
Tonight, another scary scene on America's waters.
Any possible boat that hit the bridge and a power line down and maybe fuel in the water.
A barge crashing into a bridge, this time in Galveston, Texas, closing the only road to a small island community and causing an oil spill.
Our emergency management is requesting fire department.
So there was no way of... Nobody pulled out a phone when this... Nobody pulled out a phone. We just get the footage that they tamper with, right?
And hazmat, they're advising that there's fuel oil leaking into the water.
The barge holds about 30,000 gallons. Officials say it's unknown how much oil has leaked. The barge owner, Martin Petroleum, says it broke loose from its tow and drifted into the bridge. The accident comes after the Dali cargo ship crashed into Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge in March, plunging the bridge into the water, killing 6.
So we're here today.
The NTSB chair
They mentioned the 6 month.
on Capitol Hill today.
Yesterday, we released our preliminary report, which shows that the Dali experienced 4 total power outages.
Investigators finding the pilots lost control of the massive vessel right before the collision. The recent rash of barge bridge accidents, including Pennsylvania and Iowa,
real?
all raising safety concerns. The NTSB now warning states to examine their infrastructure before it's too
Shut
late.
up.
Keep reiterating this. If you own a bridge, if a state owns a bridge or other entity owns a bridge, look at the current structure. Do a risk assessment.
They're letting you know that they're about to hit again. And they're like, look, it had a poor rating, so it's justified.
You can do that now.
Priscilla joining us now. Were there any injuries, and what's the status of the oil leak?
Lester, officials say there were no injuries, and Martin Petroleum says that leak has been stopped. The NTSB and the Coast Guard are...
What is the bridge named after? Over here. They said the name of the bridge like way into the article, right? Is it right here? Man, look it. We went all this way. The Pelican Island Causeway Bridge was rated poor. I swear that's like the first time they mentioned it in the whole article right there. I can't remember if I caught it earlier and I entered it, but let's... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Pelican Island Causeway Bridge equals the date that it got hit by the barge and the partial collapse and oil spill. May 15th, 5:15 in reverse. Holy crap. 173 is the, oh my, and 173 is the 40th prime. Did we hit on that earlier? Oh, look at the date right there. 5:15 yesterday, the day this happened. And 173 is the 40th prime right there. 173 is the 40th prime as well. Island 40. Ray Nolan 40. The major at the sheriff's office or whatever. Wow. Tugboat 40. Mentioned in the article. All 40th prime 173. The Pelican Island Causeway Bridge, along with the date of the incident. 5:15.
Now, tonight, another.
What's this one about? Oh, it's just that footage earlier. Right there. Cool. It's not cool that this stuff is happening, but the fact we can catch on to it and no longer be deceived. It's still difficult living that way, but be alert. There's going to be more with Texas A&M probably and the Galveston campus. Let me go look real quick. Texas A&M Galveston campus founded date.
1962. According to
Landing.
Texas A&M University, branch campuses open. The first Texas A&M University at Galveston was created in 1962, allowing students to study marine-related subjects in the coastal city of Galveston, Texas.
62 equals sacrifice, and 6226 was just littered all over the last decode live, the Denver Nuggets T-Wolves game. So let me just see if there's a 62 here now. There might be. Let's look. Or a 26. Let's see. All right, I don't see. I'm not seeing. We're good though. We're good. 62 does equal sacrifice. Wow. So 30. All right. So amazing. What's going on, garbage truck? Okay, let's resume. All right, so we are resumed. Barge hits bridge connecting Galveston and Pelican Island, causing partial collapse and oil spill. And the name of the bridge like that, syncing up with the day it happened, with a big number too, 5:15, May 15th. Wow. Just amazing. Okay, just amazing, y'all. And where are we at here? 8:19 a.m. here in Arizona, May 16th. So we're on 165 today. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody. For real, for real, for real. This partial collapse and oil spill, I don't believe it's a coincidence. Who knows if it even happened, man? I mean, I'm not with this footage. Those are probably fake people as well. Sympathy with any victims always, though. Okay, but we have been deceived, and we're just going to be aware from here on out. So, take it for what it is. Until next time.